Hi, this is Vikrant Mahesh again. I'm the founder and CEO at Orcasho. So, this is another lecture. This will be a very important lecture. So many people have been asking these questions. So, I would like to clarify these things today. It's mainly on kidney and liver and how carbohydrates affect the kidney and liver. And let's start with the lecture. And thank you once again for your time and for all the people who have joined my routines and sharing their positive results. I'm really happy. And as you know, I'm trying my best, and we as a company are trying our best to give in touch with you and to make your diet work and along with the supplements. So I hope this continues. Okay, so now let's start with the lecture. So first thing, again, I repeated every lecture. Please see all the previous lectures. There are 4 other lectures, and you can also find the slides that have links to references to whatever I'm saying. Here you'll only find scientific data that's done by researchers or by trials that is done by my own followers of the routines and the trials described in the papers. We do not follow any traditional old literature because that is not a perspective. Ayurveda is a term, but we only care about fundamental chemistry, and we are not against allopathy. We are not against Ayurveda. We only care about the chemical properties, whether it's plant derived or synthetic derived. So here we are only caring about plant derived effects. So I've done it myself for 3 years. We have now 86 followers with us. If you go to our website, you can see the testimonials of people on how it's affecting them and how it's been helpful to them. Furthermore, let's start with the lecture right now. So in this lecture, we're going to deal a very short scenario on how, people ask me, I'm taking 14 supplements, will it affect my kidney or liver, which is extremely kind of funny, but I don't blame them because there's a lack of knowledge in this field. So here I want to describe 2 important parts in the lecture and how 8 out of the 14 elements that are part of my routine will actually help your kidney and liver according to the data and the scientific reasons. And it's more general too, it's just that people don't realize it, but you will notice that how it actually helps you cleanse your kidney and also your liver. And then main part of the topic would be how carbohydrate intake over a long period of time is the main reason to affect liver and kidney, mostly fatty liver. Okay, so that's what we're going to deal with. More than kidney, it's going to be fatty liver because kidneys are mostly towards the saline content, that is the salt intake. Okay, but now we're going to deal with how carbohydrate affects these two parts of your body, organs, and mostly about the liver. So let's deal with some misconceptions. Okay, I don't consume alcohol, so how can one get kidney or liver problem? Alcohol digestion is totally different from your food habit digestions. Okay, so what I mean is the habitation of how your food digests. Here we can clearly show with evidence that worse than alcohol is carbohydrate intake. For example, refined cereals. Okay, that is worse than whole grains. Okay, so refined grains are worse. So when I say refined cereals, it's nothing but refined grains. Whole grains are better, but it's better than the refined grains and how they cause fatty liver problem and kidney problem. Okay, now you can see in our Indian tradition we consume a lot of rice, and over a period of time when you reach 40s or 35s, you have not serviced any of your digestive system. You just consume as you like 3 times a day. You don't give it a chance to do anything, and then you expect it to work. So most of the time these grains are the problem to cause fatty liver more than alcohol. Alcohol doesn't mean alcohol is not a problem. The problem is it is not the main reason for fatty liver consumption. Okay, the second thing we want to have misconception is I have 14 supplements in my thing, so how does it affect my kidney or liver? I'm going to prove it to you that 8 out of the 14 that you take is actually improving your kidney and liver, that it's never been done before, because you'll not be able to consume those 8 elements in its purest form in any of your food or cooked food products. As soon as you cook and give heat to a particular food item or any particular chemical item, you're going to evaporate certain elements of it, which means you're not consuming at its fullest. Okay. Third is there any scientific evidence that carbohydrates affect the kidney? Yes. So now we're going to show how carbohydrates affect the liver and kidney, especially the liver, and how refined grains affect. My whole concentration would be on refined grains, causing a major issue over a period of time, which is worse than alcohol. Okay. Now, let's go to the next instance. How does it all start? Again, carbohydrate intake. We are against carbohydrate intake, but that does not mean we didn't find a solution around it. I consume rice at least 4 times a week. I have no problem with it at all. How is that possible? Once you start consuming a supplements, which are basically natural plant ingredients, as you are all aware right now, out of that, 8 are resulting into cleansing your liver and kidney naturally, right? So you now, the best part about our routine is, if you combine our routine, you can freely have your rice and everything, but still I would presume reduce it a bit. Just because you're consuming my supplement doesn't mean you can have how much ever you want, but automatically you will reduce, because they would supply the remaining nutrition that your rice can never give. And that to refined rice is the reason it's called refined. Most of its ingredients and nutrition is gone. Okay, so we found a solution where if you consume our supplements naturally, it is just counterintuitive that it will help you reduce your fatty liver content. Okay, which means you can consume your rice, but I would still appreciate if you reduce your rice at least 4 times in a week. Even if you're not consuming my routine supplements, you have to still reduce your rice intake, and this will help a lot more. And if you take my routine and the supplements, of course it's going to accelerate and make it better. Okay. Third is the traditional way of living. We eat 3 times a day, idli, dosa, vada, and then the rice nonsense. Stop eating that, all the junk, that carbohydrates. Please stop it. Doesn't mean you totally avoid it. If you're having 5 times a day, reduce it to 4. If you're having 7 times a day, reduce it to 4. If you're having 4 times a day, reduce it to 2. This is all you need to do. But if you consume my routines along with this, you can consume it still 4 times a day. It's going to help your liver and kidney cleanse its fatty content and the stagnation content. Ignorance of digestive functionalities. This is the main problem. People have this notion that flies everywhere in a bloody message, and they all think, oh my, no, I'm going to consume this beetroot that I fried and it's going to help my kidney. It's impossible. Think about it. The rawest form of supplement is the best form of beetroot. And the beetroot, the fruit part that you're talking about, actually doesn't contain nothing much. It's the peel that contains. Similar with papaya. It's the leaves that contain and the peel that contains, not the fruit. So the fruit contains sugar, water, fiber, and nothing else. So please be aware of this. Please see my lectures. I've clearly explained why supplements are important, and we live in India. It's the best place to get it. The many great manufacturers, and some are tested by us, and that's what we produce. And I mean, that's what we provide you. And note again, I'm saying we do not manufacture anything of our own. We are tied up with one of the best brands, and we would supply only from them, which we consume myself and other people who are currently in the routine. So what is the current research telling it? So as you see here, whenever I say NAFLD, it's nothing but non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So you can see this research. It's very interesting, very short. Here they have clearly shown how the cereal grain consumption affects it. Basically, the research says that if you have refined grain consumption has increased the likelihood of this fatty liver than whole grain. So what is this research telling? Is it telling that you can take whole grain and everything is good? No. This is the closest research that I have found, and it is there outside, saying that these grains do affect fatty liver. The persistence of effect is different. So if you want to reduce it, all you have to do is reduce refined grain intake, at least like refined rice and anything that is refined as such. The whole grain is better than refined grain, and there is research to prove it. And if still people are avoiding it and blaming it on alcohol, then they're just insane. I mean, they have a problem in their head. So now, how does our metabolic routines help? It's very counterintuitive, all right? So if you go to our solution, that is a picture of an actual fatty liver on the left-hand side, okay? So here, let's come to our solution. How does our solution work? So here, if you see 8 out of our 14 elements here: papaya extract, turmeric, neem, tulsi, probiotics, grapeseed, hibiscus, and pomegranate extract. These are there among the 14, okay? Of course, others have other functions that I've described in my previous lectures, but these 8 are directly, as prescribed here, help your liver and kidney. So how is that? That when you take this 14, you think that it's going to affect your kidney and liver, and it's going to impact. Each time you take ibuprofen or Dolo 650 or anything, that's 10 times worse than you consuming a bottle of whiskey. Okay, so unless you clearly know the scientific facts on how what's happening to your kidney and liver, please do not get to a conclusion. These are clearly from directly from research right here, right? You can get in touch with me. I will provide you the evidence and the papers, or you can only Google them, you'll find them. So if you consume my routine that contain these 8, and I have a diet plan for you, you're going to improve your kidney and liver, not the other way around. Don't get intimidated by pills. If you're consuming ibuprofen and all the other pills, like, whatever is required, of course it's required. I'm never against allopathy, but it doesn't mean this is affecting your kidney and liver. This does the exact opposite. So I want to clarify that importantly here. My main clarification is, our supplements actually help your kidney and liver, which has not got any help over a period of many years. Here we are going to help it. Apart from our insulin resistance, reducing insulin resistance, all those are the other elements, but these elements only help your kidney and liver to cleanse it. How does it cleanse? We have put each section here. Papaya extract will decrease the number of trypsomia, so which means it is a kind of phenol which actually reduces the amount of acid congestion in your liver. Similarly, we have other aspects here, and I hope you can read it. I can read it out, but there is no point with it, but it does help a lot. And the antioxidant features of so many of these extract help it directly. And tell me once, when do you consume grapeseed, probiotic, tulsi directly in your meal? When do you cook it? Even if you cook it, its instance is gone. So don't you think it's counterintuitive that these supplements will indirectly help you and directly help your kidney and liver, and over a period of time, won't it help it? So obviously this is the main reason we have included in it. Okay, so please take an account of this, and I hope you spread the knowledge too about it. So you want evidence? Again, every lecture I say, you can click here. You can see the testimonials of people having reduction in sugar and constipation. But I'll tell you something. We never marketed or told anywhere in the website that it's going to, reduce your diabetics, or, reduce your constipation, or you became thin, or weight reduction. No. We say we want to cleanse your gut. That's it. That's the only sentence we say. And all our supplements are directed towards only cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. That's all your body needs. You do not need anything special. Okay. But the problem is, people target towards, I'm going to reduce the diabetes. No, that are not in your control. I'm never against allopathic medication. So this particular person where you see here, and there are many other people who have taken diabetic medication for 7 days a week, reduced it to 3 days a week after 4 months of my supplements, and reduced it to 1 day a week after 6 months. That doesn't mean it's gone. It'll never be gone after you reach certain age. But of course you can reduce it. This is the practical way of doing it. If some people are delusional in Ayurveda saying that, oh, that's the only way to do it, they're just delusional. There's no evidence for it. So we want to work hand in hand, and this is going to show the effects of it. So ultimately, if you want to get into our routines, just like others who are following it right now, you can click here, and the FAQs, questions, you can click here. We clarify everything. You can join us in a group, ask me questions directly, and we can clear it up. So this was just a short discussion. Of course, we have the referral initiative. If you're following a routine, if you refer somebody, we pay you 50% each time they follow the routine, or you can refer someone by yourself and help the community. Thank you so much.